Well, good afternoon. It's Longhaultanker, straight razor shaving with Longhaultanker, and today is Wednesday, the 14th of August, 2024, at approximately 13:05. That's 1:05 p.m. Central Time, and I'm at home in Spring, Texas. And Martin, you asked a question not long ago about shell. Oh, you must be talking about this. It's the only thing I can see. And those are just metal squares mounted to a bracket frame that's kind of, what's the word for it? My wife calls it wall art. And so we've got a number of different of these kinds of things. You buy them in home decor stores, and so I can see why you might think they're shells, but they're just pieces of metal mounted to a frame and painted or colored with a lacquer finish on it. And these look to be a sort of bronze and dark brown and gold-like colors, and very pretty. My wife asks me all the time, she says, how do you like that? How do you like that? You know, as long as it's not, gaudy or something I really don't like. But my wife's taste and my taste tend to run alike, and so she does a good job in decorating the house. And I got a good wife. I really do, better than I deserve. But I try to treat her kindly and succeed most of the time. Anyway, today, I got to do it one more time, at least, and that is the Boker 14er 8/8 razor. Just a lovely razor, honed up. The foundational work was done on shaft and glass stones. In fact, when I say foundational work, it's not like I usually did or have done, and that is go back to the 1K, 2K, 4K. I started at the 8K, and I let the stones and the razor speak to me. If the bevel wasn't straight, if I was getting a double bevel or something like that, I might have gone back, but no, it did very well. I put one piece of that yellow cellophane 3M tape. Can't remember the name of it right now off the top of my head. It'll come to me later. And this is just a lovely razor, honed. So started at the 8K, satisfied. Had a nice straight bevel and shiny bevel, and so I took it to the Arkansas True Hard, not the surgical black, not the translucent, but the True Hard, and worked it for about I don't know, what did I say, 30, 45 minutes, maybe an hour, I don't know, but it's just been fabulous. And so we'll carry on and continue with that razor one more time. So I've got so many razors, and they're all so excellent, but this one is the king of the hill, and so I'm using it until, I hate to say it, not till I grow tired of it, because I love all my razors, but I'm ready to move on. I'm not ready to move on. For our soap today, I'm going to do like I did in the last video. I'm going to use the Sterling Lime, and I'm going to add some C.O. Bigelow to it for the eucalyptus sensation, the chill sensation. I should have put on another shirt. This one bothering me. I had my hair cut. Oh, I knew I forgot something. Ever since my wife moved the dry towels into the closet, she doesn't like it sitting on the counter when I'm away. And so had to grab my dry towel. Let's see. And the brush today is going to be the Art of Shaving 24 millimeter premium silver tip Badger set in nickel with the accompanying stand on just in front of me here. So I'm going to let that go back to the water. And this is the runoff water from the jar. And I had the tube soaking in the sink of hot water while I was taking my shower, and that tends to melt a little bit. It still looks like it's hard as a rock. And you see the size of the dollop, so I'm going to put one here. One about the same size over here. And another under here. And I've got 3 days since Sunday morning, last video of whiskers on my face. All right. I got a little stand up there coming off the tube, oozing, and so I'm gonna pull that off. All right, so. Uneventful trip. You'll be happy to know that I've been assigned my next trip back to Portage, Wisconsin, loading on Friday morning. So repeating the trip, number 20, 19. And I couldn't be more happy about that. It's actually 20 hours up and 20 hours back. And four days at 10 hours each is a pretty heavy day. And so now I could probably shave off of this if I lathered it up a bit more. And so they loaded on Friday morning at 0800. It's usually back to the yard around anywhere from 10:30 to 12 noon, unless there's some delay and it drives it later in the day. And what I like to do, they don't expect the driver to take off with it until Saturday morning sometime. But I like to leave as early as possible, so I leave on Friday by noon or as soon as I can, shortly after noon. I can't remember the last time I've been out the gate before noon, but that's all right, because my first leg on Friday is to Shreveport, which is 5 hours from the yard. And that takes just enough edge off for the trip up that the next 2 days, a 9-hour day and a 7-hour day. I go from Houston to Shreveport, Shreveport to Herculaneum. That's where you see me take the shave on Sunday morning. And then I depart anywhere from 10:30 to 11 o'clock. And I get to curbside parking at Portage, Wisconsin. anywhere between 5:30 and 6 o'clock. And then I'm in position, I'm set for an 0700 delivery. Monday morning. And so they normally take an hour and a half. I'm usually out of there by 9 o'clock. There's a truck stop, Love's truck stop, about 10 miles away. And so I shoot out of, when they're done with me, I shoot out from there to that truck stop. Once I get there, I park and I do my paperwork and electronic messages that I've got to send, to let them know that the load has been delivered, everything's gone well. I don't call them yet. And then I go in and to the truck stop and get my refills of water and ice and restroom duties, anything I got to do before I get going on the next leg, which is about 3.5 hours to Normal, Illinois, where I do my afternoon 30-minute break. And then I carry on from there to a large truck stop in Steele, Missouri, and that's a 10-hour run. Then from Portage, Wisconsin, with a stop in Normal, Illinois, on over to Steele, Missouri. And then the next day, which is the Tuesday, yesterday, from Steele, Missouri to Shepherd, Texas. That also is a 600-mile, 10-hour run. Both of those days, Monday and Tuesday, are 600 miles and 10 hours. 10, yeah, good enough, close enough. If it was closer to 10 and a half, I'd say so, but it's not. It's less than 10 and a half. And so if I stay on track, and normally you can run that unless there's construction or an accident that has delayed traffic. And from Shepherd, Texas, and both of those truck stops, the one in Steele and one in Shepherd, are not Love's truck stops, but I run them. The reason I stop there is because there are no Love's truck stops that, with enough parking, I hit both of those about 7:30 at night. And most truck stops are starting to fill up by then. But these two truck stops have close to 300 parking places for the trucks. And that's a lot. And every time I've been in there, I have never seen them full or even close to it. And so I just run it those 2 days till I get home. That gives me 3 days of whiskers on my face. That makes for a nice show. Uh-oh. I was playing some nice jazz music, but it sounds like I got commercials. I'm going to turn that off.
Your rich melanin skin is the reason we created new Shea Moisture Whole Body Deodorants.
Sorry about that. All right, here we are, ready to go. All right, here we go. Boker 14er 8/8 blade, sharpened and finished on the Arkansas True Hard. It's a little warm in here. So did y'all watch the conversation between Elon Musk and Donald Trump on X, which was broadcast everywhere and got over a billion views? Unbelievable. And the little article I read, nobody since Elvis Presley, when he did, I guess it was his concert from Hawaii or Las Vegas, whichever one, I don't know. That was broadcast worldwide. I do remember that. And it was broadcast worldwide, and he got a billion views worldwide. Well, that's understandable. An entertainer like Elvis Presley in the height of his power back in the day. And the media are going crazy because what it does is it shows the widespread appeal of his popularity. Oh, and the media can't have that. So I thought that was fun. The message was not so much different than what he speaks on his rallies. But the fact that so many people who would not otherwise bother to tune in to a rally got to see the message. And of course, we can't have that. No, can't have that. He's Hitler. He's a Nazi. And he must be stopped one way or another, as they showed in Butler, Pennsylvania, with the assassination attempt. So I got the nice lime scent coming up. I'm getting the chill of the C.O. Bigelow. And it's a nice mixture. Got to say thank you to Martin with putting me in a elevated class with Merlin. So a nice little shout out to all my good friends, Bill M. in Pennsylvania and Lukey 3262 in St. Louis area. And of course Martin in the UK, Martin Shave Test. Followed by Dapper Shaves, and of course he's in South Africa. Dapper Shaves Jock. And Sean Staplefeld in Puerto Rico. He told me this morning that they just survived a tropical storm or a hurricane. I didn't know there was a hurricane blowing through, but hey, he's in Puerto Rico. That's, kind of like I'm in Houston or Spring, Texas, and hurricanes blow through here frequently enough. And sometimes quite severely. And also Eric at the Cajun Blade. Everybody is fun to watch, and maybe you learn a little something, but certainly fun watching them shave or hone on a stone. And get their razors ready for shaving. I mean, it's taking a mundane task, that routine task that we do every day, shaving or every other day or whatever, before we came to straight razors, and turning it into something fun, a hobby, which is what I love. Absolutely fun. Get these beautiful instruments that look like this today, or get some of the old ones from 100 years ago or more. And using the stones and appropriate equipment, we're able to put ultra sharp edges on these things and shave with them like they're razors. Okay, maybe it wasn't that funny. So you've heard me mention my friend, my retired truck driving buddy, who we found out not so long ago that he lives right up here by me, just a few miles over. So we spend a certain amount of time together and do things for each other. And turns out he had to have a minor procedure done yesterday. He spent the night in the hospital, and he asked me to come pick him up this afternoon. And I said, what time? Well, first he thought he'd be ready by 1 o'clock. And I said, well, I don't know if I'm going to be home by then or ready to come pick you up by then. Because I got home today, for example, about 11:50, almost 12. And I would have had to have scurried around here to get myself ready to go pick him up by 1 o'clock. And he wrote back, texted and said, Dr. Nell says between 3 and 5. And I said, well, that's better. So I'm going to go pick up my buddy from the hospital. His wife is with him, but she's a little infirmed. And she doesn't drive anymore. So I'll go pick them both up and take them home. Oh, that's amazing. Absolutely amazing. What I may have to do here in the near future is pull out the 14er here alongside of its 7/8 cousin, Count Engelbert, and do a shave side by side with the two razors. Of course, that one was honed up on the black, surgical black. But that might be fun, something to do. I got some nice lather going on, that's for sure. Well, I don't have a lot to say today. I've got some ideas of things I'm working on, but I like to tell stories, or at least I've gotten in the habit of telling stories using pictures, as you see at the beginning of most videos, or some videos. And I'm cooking on a good one right now. Hold on to your hat. Historical, but things that happen in history come down to us today. We don't live in a vacuum. We live in the culmination of all that's preceded us. And so we make statements like, if we don't learn from history, we're doomed to repeat it. And that's because we live in the culmination of all history. And so things that were done, whether it be 1,000 years ago or 100 years ago, continue to have impact upon us today. We live in the shadow, our generation today, live in the shadow of World War II, and for that matter, even World War I, and all of the things that grew out of that to our present day. Oh, it feels just fantastic. Well, I'm back. I took a break to go get something to drink and start up some more music. Let's see what happens with it. I failed to mention the translucent sapphire blue scales this thing has. nice. So I recorded my shave at Herculeum on Sunday, but I did not intend to upload it to YouTube at all. Certainly not from Portage curbside parking Sunday night in Portage, Wisconsin. The last one I did a week ago was over 2 days and getting loaded up, and that was unacceptable. And so I was growing rather weary of fighting. You know, sometimes it worked, sometimes it didn't. So what I did was when I got to Steel, and as I was doing my fooling around on the internet while eating dinner and after dinner, I saw I was getting pretty good signal. And so I went ahead and posted it up. And it still took about 8 hours overnight, 6 to 8 hours overnight to get posted up. Which, as long as it does it overnight while I'm sleeping, I don't care. Just be done when I wake up, but that's the problem. All right, let's wash it off and see what we got. All right, check the sideburns. Oh, that feels wonderful. Wonderful, I say. All right, I'm going to say let's move on to the head shave. Let me wipe off the 14er. Get it ready to set aside. Did a fabulous job. And I had fun with it too. I'm not tired of it yet. Now, Martin's absolutely right about getting down in between the scales to clean it out, whether he recommends a pipe cleaner. And that's certainly a good instrument, but so is just an ordinary tissue. Slip it up in there. Try to get it run all the way through if you can. There we go. Whoops. Without tearing it. All right. And that is ready for post-shave cleaning. And what I did, the stropping and oiling. I oil my razors after every use because I don't know when I'm coming back to them. All right, for the head shave, we're going to continue to use this little George Wostenholm. And it's not the prettiest razor, but it's also, well, you know, it's pre-1891. And, but it works just fine. Works just fine. All right, I don't know what that is. I'm sure it's been ground down, but that probably not the original size.
Houston Methodist, every day.
Uh-oh, went to a commercial.
You can text to reschedule, get urgent care on video 24/7, and visit us at locations across the city.
Houston Methodist, believing medicine.
Chicken strips.
The Whataburger Buffalo Ranch Chicken Strip Sandwich. A beautiful masterpiece.
If you're sharing a hotel room with friends, you're also sharing a bathroom and a mirror and a tiny hairdryer. Get an Airbnb and get more space.
Like the good neighbor, State Farm is there. Take some State Farm, right? Hey, Chloe, your hair is looking really good. I mean, it's giving great. All right, fine, no slang, but you know what? You're gonna look so good with that fresh cut on your first day of school. Anti-local great goods to get the haircut your kids want and the price.
I've said that after I have a haircut, it's awfully hard for me to see the hairline. I think that looks all right. All right, that's going to do because I can't see it. I am starting to wear out. But we're almost done. Okay, I think that'll do for the head shave. Face shave. We'll put on some Allen block and a couple other goodies over here. Not too bad a burn. I won't say I won't say that it's not any burn. A little bit. But I don't get too worried about that. If you don't have a little burn, you didn't get a good shave. How about that? All right. Oh, that feels fabulous. Absolutely fabulous. It's just as smooth to the touch as you would want. All right, we're going to use a little Lucky Tiger over here, keeping with the citrus theme of the lime and the citrus scents that are in the Lucky Tiger. Oh, it just feels fabulous. And I know that when my face dries, my skin dries, there's a couple little something right here, but I can't help but believe that when the face dries, those are phantom whiskers. They're real, they're there, but they'll get sucked in as the face dries. And for the aftershave today, we're going to use some Panade Lime Sec. Not bad at all. All right, there it is. That's the shave. Thank you for staying with me. Appreciate everybody. And I will see you down the road.